Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. Today we have a battle between Kart over here and Animorph over here. So we can see that Animorph has kind of got a disadvantage when it comes to position. And I think he knows that. He's going for a bit of eco straight away. And he's moving up through here, which is going to get cut off by Kart. So Animorph mostly has free gain over this area if he can get there. Down here and in this section. After that, he's going to have to try and find different ways to get out of there. Kart over here does have some production already and also a town and docks. So he's doing alright for now. And he's going to be focusing going down. And I think he's going to get a fair bit of territory there. I'm not sure if he thinks Animorph's down there. I can't remember the pick and face, to be honest. But over here, it looks like he's going to try and use commandos coming out of the barracks here and a transport jet. Potentially to either go over here or literally go on the attack, depending on how he finds Kart. Because Kart could have been over on this island somewhere, he's not exactly sure, but taking the center of the map is usually a good choice, so I think Animorph is assuming that that's where he is. And he's got pretty much all the industry set up already, and some of these industries are actually for this town over here. So he could get a city on this one fairly quickly. He just needs, is that another one there? I'm not sure. There's the other industry. So if he gets an industry there after claiming this, he could turn that into a city. But I think he's going mostly for the eco because he doesn't have a lot of territory gain. So I think Animorph has just spotted Kart over here. I'm not sure if Kart can see him. He probably can now. But the helicopter's going in to attack there. And I think he's revealing his helicopter a little early. He's got just one. And he's just going in for some free hits now. Maybe that's a good idea because most players usually do build SAM anyway. Whether they see air units or not, so getting the free hits in where you can is probably the better idea. I'm not sure. Would you build it up and reveal a bigger air force later, or let me know what you'd do. But as we can see, we've got the engagement here. We've got a few infantry in the forests, and Kart is pulling back because Animorph does have a lot more infantry on the front lines here than Kart does, but that's because most of his got sent down here. He's not pulling back his units. He's not too worried about the force on front lines there. But he does have a lot more artillery. He's got 4 already in this section. And he's got a factory on the front line there as well. It looks like he's going in for a push there. No, he's just going to stop. He's just positioning close to each other and then just sort of like getting closer and closer. Literally preparing for an engagement. Setting up formations for a planned attack. And we do like our formations in this game. So we got a lot of these infantry curving around. Some of these are getting a bonus from that forest still. But a lot of Animorph's infantry have curved around the enemy infantry. So I think they're going to get the advantage there. But the artillery are digging in over here. So they're not actually providing any firepower at the moment. And there is a fair amount of artillery here. So they're going to take out the majority of those infantry, if not all of them, before any of the artillery get attacked, as you can see. But he has set up the defense here. I don't think that's going to be enough to stop this force here in this location. He's going to have to push in a bit further. We do have commandos down here now, but Kart has already spotted them and is moving in, and I don't think they're going to have the ability to escape, to be quite honest. And we do have more dropping in, but again, I don't think that's going to be enough. I think Kart's got more than enough units to take out the commandos. Up in this section though, the artillery are pretty much preventing any ground forces getting close enough to them. And I think Animorph's pretty much sending them in one by one just to slow them down. And the helicopter's going to be doing most of the damage here. So Animorph's going to have to make sure he doesn't let these SAM units build up enough. But the helicopters do prioritize the SAM units anyway, but it looks like one's going to go down here. Yep, there we go. Which is unfortunate, but the commandos did go down here as well, so Animorph is still trapped in this area, and Kart's taking him out, and he's moving this way, and he is capturing territory, even though these are arrow commands. Maybe these are like visual glitch because of the replays. Sometimes that happens. There should be flag commands down there. Animorph has managed to get a few units out this way, and I think he just plans to let them go that way and keep expanding. Although some units are coming back, so maybe I was wrong. We do have a few helicopters over here doing some repairs, and we've got 4 helicopters now, so they should be able to tear through these guys if we can just get around these SAM units, maybe coming around through this sort of direction. And although they've got a lot of units here, there's just enough to hold them back, I think. And we've got a lot of production coming out here from Animorph now, so after some of these have been built, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ground productions. And Kart has 1, 2, which aren't constructed yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think Animorph is ahead when it comes to production. But let's have a quick look at the eco. So Animorph's on 760 and Kart's on 900. So Kart's definitely doing a lot better when it comes to economy. But then he does have free gain to capture territories. And is also building some economy structures here. He's got 3 industries and another town. He's also building boats here. So he's going to cross the waters over there. Over in this section, Kart is just building up a larger and larger force with reinforcements to keep flooding in. But Animorph is just holding them off just on this front line, barely enough to stop them shooting the buildings here. And over here we got the helicopters landing on this one territory here, and Kart is rushing their units back. So they're going to take some damage through fatigue coming through this section here to try and stop the commandos and the barracks that are here. He doesn't know about the barracks either. And the helicopter's looking to snipe an energy well, which wasn't actually there. Fortunately for Kart, he didn't build one. Animorph does have one right in the back. That's a very safe place to have it. Kart's units are flooding in so much. They are curving around a bit more, but he does seem to be losing most of his front line, like meat shields, as soon as they enter this area, which makes sense. But the SAM units are coming in right in the center here to try and block any attacks that way. But the helicopters aren't going in that way anymore. They're coming this way. They've spotted a nuke silo coming in there. Commandos are moving in for the attack over here as well. And they are just going to try and run through this base area here. But unfortunately, they are going to get caught off by these units as they try and strike the silo there. The infantry have come through this section here, and maybe through fatigue they've taken quite a few losses here, and there is more than enough helicopters to take them out if they plan to do so. Up in this section it's still not looking great for Animorph, but he's definitely pushing back. He's got a more sizable force. The forces are actually looking a lot more equal now, especially after increasing the production, and the helicopters have moved over this way, so they're providing fire power in different locations. The silo does go down. And over in this section it looks like Kart is struggling now, as Animorph takes a superior formation here. And it looks like Kart's infantry down in this area has actually fizzled out. The helicopters must have taken them out. Sorry about that for missing it. But now Kart is in a bit of trouble, and he's got a good lot of SAM units, so I don't think he needs to be producing any more of those. He's building another silo over here, so losing that first silo lost him 500 credits, or capital. And Animorph has his own silo now. I'm not sure which one's further ahead in construction. But also, Kart only has 1 energy well, and so does Animorph, right? No, Animorph has 2 energy wells now. Where's the other one? Oh, it's a power plant. I think in this game mode, we're on 36.2. The nuke silos require 40 energy now instead of, I think it was 20 before. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that one. I can't remember. So if Kart only has 1 energy well, he's not actually going to be able to fire this rocket. And Kart is actually ahead, so he's got another rocket coming in through there. Animorph has just started building his. In this section, it looks like Animorph's not worried too much. He's trying to expand mostly first. He does have a few units down here, but he's definitely sending the majority of his forces up this way. So Kart's going to have to focus on 2 fronts here. Let's have a quick look at how the map looks in total. So it looks fairly equal. Both players are hindering each other to stop actually expanding in this section over here. And Kart, although these factories were, and barracks were great at first, being on the front line, providing the support as fast as they possibly could, they're in danger right now, and it looks like Animorph might actually take them out while distracting the bottom section with his artillery here. One does go down. The helicopters are advancing over here. We've got commandos moving in through this section. They're trying to get to this town here because of the docks, so I think he's just trying to take extra damage where he can. He's going for the industry as it's exposed there. I think he'll probably get that, especially with the reinforcements coming in through the south. Animorph is really trying to expand here, and Kart has a fair few units in the ocean claiming the territories there. Over in this section, we've lost another structure for Kart, and Animorph's confident here. He's actually building a town right in this section, which if he does lose this frontline engagement, he's actually probably going to lose this town as well. But that's only if, so he's definitely confident. He's got another town being built as well. And Kart is now building 3 barracks at the same time to focus down this way. He's building up another group of SAM units, which is great because there's a lot of helicopters here. I think he needs a few more, to be honest. These SAM units are moving back as the front line pushes forward for Animorph. And it looks like Kart is seriously struggling here. He's probably relying on this rocket, but I don't think he remembers the game type, and that's if I'm correct. I can't remember. Over here, he does have his Navy units. Could they reach Animorph? Yes, they could. If they were meant to go around the map, they could actually take out his power. There we go. Animorph is pushing up from the south towards the north here, and he's building more factories over here as well. So Kart is under a lot of pressure at this point in the game, as Animorph pushes him from the east and the south. Kart is struggling in this section. He's got a rocket ready, but he just probably can't fire it. We'll have to wait and see. Animorph also has his rocket ready. They could fire it at the same time. And Kart is still expanding the territories over in this section. He certainly has a lot of areas to work with. But I think Animorph has taken full control over this island pretty much at this point. He's got a lot of reinforcements coming in. He's got a lot of eco being built or constructed. And he's progressing through there quite nicely. And Kart waves the white flag. He could not stop the relentless attacks from Animorph. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the battle. And there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one and I'll see you there.